I want to say to everyone who serves our city so bravely, our hearts and prayers are also with you and your families at this time. We don't say it loud enough, but there's no higher service to the public than the work that you do. Even if the newspapers only tell the truth, and I'll say it again, even if the newspapers only tell the truth when there's an obituary to be written, we know that the central story of this department has never been written in consent decrees or the reports of inspectors generals. It's written in the footprints. It's written in the footprints of thousands of cops like Randy Simmons, who go out there and risk everything, every day for the rest of us. It is because of you that Officer Randy Simmons' spirit will keep going strong in the City of the Angels. God bless the Simmons family, and God bless all of you.
Good morning. Governor Schwarzenegger, Attorney General Brown, Mayor Villaraigosa, members of the city political family, former Mayor James Hahn, members of the Police Commission, law enforcement colleague Lee Barker, District Attorney Steve Cooley, City Attorney Rocky Delgadillo, Assistant Director of FBI John Miller, representing the Director of the FBI Robert Mueller, former Police Chief Bernard Parks, former Police Chief Al Gates, and the 10,000 of you in this room today. Those applause are appropriate and deserved for the man who created this wonderful unit. Thank you to the 10,000 of you who are here today to honor the life of a man who is without equal. I want to talk briefly with you about my impressions of Randy Simmons. Many of us in this church are privileged to wear the badge that identifies us as police officers or firefighters. 9,600 Los Angeles police officers, like Randy, wear a badge that is probably the most well-known and recognized and respected in the world. And like Randy, we wear it with pride. We are privileged because our society has placed in our hands a sacred trust. Every day, when we pin our badge on our chest and go out into the streets of our great city, we are given the opportunity to do good against evil, to make a positive difference in the lives of everyone who lives, works, or visits our communities. We get to protect and to serve. Randy Simmons, Los Angeles police officer, badge 8579, for 27 years was the living embodiment of that motto. He understood that when he began his policing career on Elysian Field those many years ago, that he had been given the opportunity to make a difference, to make his life as a cop count for something. And he has succeeded, far beyond even his own dreams and expectations. The thousands of you gathered here today are the living proof and recognition of that success. Randy, in particular, because of his assignment to the fabled LAPD SWAT unit, understood the special obligation and life-threatening risks that are required at any moment of any police officer or firefighter. To run toward danger, never from it, even as we move the weak, the impaired, and the innocent away from that danger. During his career with his beloved SWAT, he went toward those dangers, through those doors, into the unknown that awaited him and his fellow officers hundreds, if not thousands of times. But he would be the first to tell you that because of his deep religious faith and convictions, and his continual striving to be a constant state of grace with his God, he went through those doors into the valley of death, fearing no evil, for he knew that his God was with him. And if it was to be his time, then to lie beside the still waters in the heaven that he so deeply believed in. He would be ready to stand proudly at the doors to heaven, knowing for the first time what lay beyond those doors. As his loving wife Lisa told me, he would be in a place where there was no pain and where the streets would be paved with gold. He has truly gone home. His life's journey as a husband, a father, humanitarian, minister, and cop at an end. He is in the place he was always meant to be, and he will wait for us there to meet him again. And if there's any delay in opening those doors, he can always employ the battering ram that he was so skilled at using in SWAT. To the SWAT officers who were in the stick with him that morning, all of whom are here today, in the early morning hours of Thursday, February 7th, Dave Kurgi, Tom Shanapi, Jim Beanstra, German Hurtado, Lloyd Curry, Tony Samuelson, Mike Barker, Mike Odell, George Ryan, Steve Scallon, and Chick Petita, and to the many other members of SWAT who he loved and who loved and respected him. Console yourself that the Rock, as he was known to you, spent his last moments in the company of you, his police family. He understood and appreciated your desperate efforts to save him and keep him with us. But this time, the pull of his God to bring him home was just too compelling. To his wife, Lisa, son Matthew, daughter Gabrielle, mother Constance, father Matthew, as well as to all his family members. On behalf of the men and women of the LAPD, who I proudly speak for this morning, thank you. Thank you for sharing him with all us these countless days and nights when he's away from you. Lisa, thank you for sharing your ultimate man with us. Matthew and Gabrielle, try hard to always honor your father's memory. And to the community, so many of whom are here today, and thank you for being here. And to the community that he protected and served, it is said, no man stands so tall as when he stoops to help a child. Well, if that's the case, then Randy was truly a giant. His love for children, and there are so many of you here this morning, particularly disadvantaged children, his glory kids knew no bounds. As Lisa told Mayor Villaraigosa and me, no man ever brought so many children to God. That was his true passion in life.